Hello and welcome back to the Delta Analysis video. Today's about the Cofagrigus, which is a steel and poison type, which means you have a lot of resistances, but you are 4 times weak to ground, which is very bad, because earthquake is everywhere, earth power is everywhere, so you do have to watch out for a lot of things. Um, but you do have a lot of resistances due to the steel typing, and you are a great response to most series, unless they obviously have ground coverage, in which case you're not as great of a response. Um, Looking at its stat, it has very good defensive stats. 78 HP is solid, 145 fist def is very good, and 105 speed def is also pretty good. 50 attack, you probably won't be using your physical attack with that much. 95 special attack, it's usable, and 30 speed is bad, but it's a good bad. It's slow, but it's Trick Room slow, although this thing doesn't really do anything in Trick Room. Just assume you're not outspeeding anything, basically. Um, Looking at its abilities, it gets Aftermath, Infiltrator, and Wonder Skin. Um, Aftermath is an interesting one because I think it's a good ability, but it only triggers on physical hits, and your physical defense is so much higher than special defense. Like, I get it on like a check to a certain physical mon, to like get extra damage in on contact moves, but also people would want to use special hits on you because your physical defense is higher. So like maybe I think it's good, but I think it depends on what set you're running. Because one set I have, I don't think Aftermath is the best ability, but it could be still a good ability. Infiltrator means that you bypass screens and substitutes, which can be useful. Depends on what you're facing, I guess. And Wonder Skin means that also Infiltrator like something like Will-O-Wisp, like you can't sub on these things Will-O-Wisp basically. So I do like that part of Infiltrator, and I think Infiltrator is the best ability because of that. But yeah, it has 3 usable abilities basically. And Wonder Skin means that all status moves have 50% of their regular accuracy against this thing, which is really annoying to deal with if you if you miss 50% of the time. Like taunts miss 50% of the time. Will-O-Wisp miss 50% of the time. What else? I can't really think of it. Torment, I don't know, people don't really run that much. Um, Basically, if you want to use status move on this thing, it's accurate. I do think Infiltrator is the best of the 3 abilities, with Aftermath being usable in a few situations where you want to be defensive check for something specific and you value the Aftermath damage a lot, so it could be useful for that. Some utility, it gets screens, so you can help that for like setup or just generally making things more bulky. Taunt, although you're very slow, you probably don't want taunt most of the time because you're not going to outspeed that much, but it could be useful against things that are even slower than you are, or if you're going to invest a little bit, then taunt can be useful. Whirlwind to phase things out also gets clear smog, but it really depends on what you prefer. Pain Split, some recovery is always good. Toxic Spikes is broken move, unless yeah, it's just broken move basically. Sets hazards. Hazards are good. Toxic poison is good. Will-O-Wisp burns opponents. It's also good. Yeah, that's basically it. The first set is a pretty set move set. I don't think you really want to change that much about this set. Um, I also didn't really know what to call it. I don't think Aftermath, like it's Iron Man's body press basically. And I don't think you want to run Aftermath on this, because I think you want to run. I don't know what you want to run on this. I think maybe like. I don't know what you want to run on this set. I think any of the abilities are fine, but you're gonna be boosting your physical defense so much that who thinks you're gonna go down to a physical hit? Unless it crits, you're probably not gonna go down to a physical hit, or even contact move. I think the contact moves are like the special contact moves are like Grass Knot and Draining Kiss, as far as I'm aware, and both of those are 4 times resistant, so I don't expect them to kill you. Um, so I think Aftermath is not that great. Infiltrator can be good, although you're not gonna be like, well, with D-Spike's Hex set I think is decent with Infiltrator. Instead, like the options, bottom 2 options are instead of the last 2 moves, because I put Pain Split with Foul. Pain Split for recovery, obviously. Um, Also, you could Pain Slash could be gone over Iron Defense with status and Hex. But the reason for Foul Play or Shadow Ball or Hex is basically that you can't really touch Ghost types otherwise with Iron Defense, Body Press, and also like helpless Psychic types. So and its special attack is not awful, so Shadow Ball should do decent damage, and even Foul Play should do decent damage. Rest Fleet Dog is also an option if you don't fear that Ghost type or they don't have a Ghost type. Then you could really easily go with a really generous set, just going Iron Defense, Body Press, Rest, Sleep, Talk, and just hope that it will win. Um, you still have a decent special defense, you can invest a lot in Sped Def, so I think it should be a good set in theory. But yeah, you still have the incredibly annoying 4 times ground weakness. So no matter how much you set up, Earth Power will basically kill you. So yeah, that's my problem with this set. Earth Power will basically kill you, and even Earthquake will probably kill you, regardless of how fast you set up. Like at plus 4, I don't think you out heal Earthquake. And even at plus 6, you might out heal Earthquake, but it will be not very. You don't want to take it anyway. Um, but I don't know what the calc is against like plus 6. I'll do a little calc. Um, damage count. Cofagrigus. If your max fist def plus 6 defense, Earthquake from let's say Leonardtherian does actually nothing. Okay, never mind. Wait, no, this is not a good right typing. Steel, poison. You still get 3 KO'd basically, unless you run leftovers, which they might knock off. Earthquake basically 3 KOs you. But this is one of the strongest attackers in the game, so yeah, you could out rest Sleep Talk Earthquake's max defense, but Earth Powers are just gonna kill you regardless. Like Earth Power from Land or Stereo with literally no investment and minus specific nature, and with just max HP Cofagrigus, you die. So yeah, you don't really like. It's a good set, but literally any ground type move will destroy you completely. So yeah, it's a big issue. The second set is a little more reliable. It's more of a support set. You can really run anything on this set. I do think Toxic Spike is like the main reason you would bring it. Otherwise, other than like a very specific check to something, Corrode / Venoshock plus Earth Power covers a lot of Pokemon, if not all. Well, it doesn't cover all Pokemon. It doesn't cover like Crobat, but you can. I don't know. Crobat's gonna be very annoying for this thing to deal with. Foul Play deals with offensive threats, Bluest, burns things, toxic. Always good can't miss because you're a poison type. Clear Smoke / Whirlwind, stop setup as well. Depends which one you prefer over Foul Play in specific scenarios. Body Press is always good to run on this thing with massive defense. Shadow Ball, Hex can cover the Ghost and the Psychic types. Flamethrower Fire Blast helps with Steel types. As well, Earth Power does the same thing, and Corrode technically does too. Helps with bug types, I guess. Doesn't really help with anything else. You can run Flash Cannon. I don't know why I didn't put Flash Cannon here. You can even run like Gyro Ball if you want to run physical, but physical is gonna be mostly not relevant. Perish Song is cool, but you don't really get any trapping. So unless you get Infestation, and I didn't see it. Do you get Infestation? Let's see, because I don't know. Let's see. You do not get Infestation. So yeah, you don't really get any trapping. But you get Perish Song. You can force things out. Like it's an option, I guess. Explosion if you just wanna boom, which is fine, fair enough. If you like, it should do good damage even if your attack is low. and you don't have to run minus nature because you're slow and you can run like minus speed. Um, but yeah, it can be. I think this is the Delta Cofagrigus in general is best as like a cool check defensively to physical attackers with Aftermath. Although you could run any ability. Infiltrator Wisp is very cool. So you can like there's basically nothing they can do except taunt. Taunt is the only way they can stop you from infiltrating Wisping, but also you can have Wonder Skin. You can just have a 50% chance to just avoid taunt like as well. So, like it's very annoying to deal with this thing as a defensive check, unless the opponent gets any ground move whatsoever, in which case you will probably die. But you can run like Sugar Berry, you can run Air Balloon. Like there are ways to go around this, but even so, you're not gonna enjoy taking any ground move. So yeah, I think it's a solid defensive check, solid T-Spiker, solid utility mon. Uh, I don't know how good I think it is like overall, but I do think it has some potential, but not. Eh, I think body press is a big help for this thing, but it's just the body process is just worse regular Cofagrigus, which is just unfortunate, basically. Um, I do think it's a decent poison type. It's not the best steel type, but it's a decent poison type. And if you watch out for literally any ground coverage, I do think it can be a good check defensively. And yeah, that's basically it. I think. Yeah. Next up, I don't even know what the hell is next. I don't know what's next. Might be like the order in Unova is really weird. I don't know. It could be like Carol Blast or something like that. I have no idea. But whatever it is, see y'all next time. Goodbye.